Hey, how is everybody today? It's Chris Denny with Denny's Country Life. So this video has taken way too long for me to get up here. Sold the TL90. That was shoot probably 2 months ago or better, and this is its replacement. So I after a lot of thought and research, shopping around for a long time, longer than after I had sold the TL. I made the decision to buy a new tractor, and so I always kind of told myself that I wouldn't do that for a lot of reasons. A lot of new tractors have problems too, and so that's a gamble as well, and you have to eat the depreciation on it. So, you know, with the way that tractor prices are currently, it didn't make sense for me to go buy a used one. With the interest rates, this one is I got this for 0%. So the tractor in the size that I needed, which, you know, mostly for making hay and for feeding, you know, relatively heavy silage bales or haylage bales. So I needed, I had a minimum of 70 horse. This is a 75 horse Workmaster 2021. So far, it's been a real pleasure to use. There's a lot of creature comforts that it has that the TL didn't. The cab is smaller than the TL, and obviously this doesn't have as much horsepower, but I'm fine with that. So this Workmaster 75, these cats, they're all over our vehicles and our tractors, and I really wish they wouldn't do it, but I can't really think of a good way to keep them off of it. But anyway, I'm going to stop talking about why I got it. You know, there's lots of good reasons. It was a business decision, and I now have a tractor with a warranty, and all things said and done, my payment isn't a whole lot more than the TL90 payment was, and I don't have to have a bunch of outgoing money making repairs, you know, in the middle of hay season like I did last year. That got pretty frustrating. I will say that when I sold the TL90, I made it right. Everything that I knew that was wrong, that was a big deal, I fixed. So I felt really good selling it, knowing it was going to be a good tractor for somebody. But yeah, anyway, so the Workmaster 75, so this one you probably saw already. It has 3 rear remotes, which is really nice. One day I would like to get a hydraulic top link, and that still leaves me my 2 other SUVs open for like running my hay rake or tedder or whatever. So I opted to have the 3rd function installed on this. It is the diverter valve style. So here's the valve right there. So on the TL, I ran hydraulic lines from the rear of the tractor off of a remote, and which works just fine, and you get used to it, and you can be, you know, pretty fluid with it. But I will say that it is nice having a 3rd function, and I'm glad that I did that. So this also has the self-leveling loader. They kind of hit it just a little bit. It's a piece of formed section steel. I'm just guessing that's, I don't know, probably 1/8 inch. So this is the, you can see the model number there. It's the 555LU loader unit, and I believe it's capable of lifting 3,100 pounds to full height at 24 inches from the pins. So plenty for what I do. I can move 4-foot ecology blocks, round bales, etc., and not have any issues with loader capacity. So believe it or not, this tractor, it weighs more than the TL90, and there's reason for that. So the rear tires are loaded almost all the way up to the top, and it has 4 110-pound rear wheel weights on the inside. So I scaled this at 11,000 pounds. It was just over 11,000 pounds with a full tank of fuel, and that was with, I believe, a 72-inch bucket on it. So when I got this from the dealer, I didn't like how narrow it sat, so I had them change the wheel configuration to make it sit 84 inches wide. And I do make hay on a couple of fields that get a little scary, and the TL90 was nice and wide. I think it was shoot, what was that, 92 inches wide. So I wanted this to, maybe it was 92, maybe it was just under 90. Anyway, so I wanted to make this as wide as I could, you know, within reason. There is one more spacing step that you could do right now. If I flip the wheels back, I think it would be the widest that you could make it. But right now it sits 84 inches wide, which is perfect for the length of this chassis. And so I was telling the salesman, Henry, he's a real good guy. This is, I think, tractor number 4 or 5. I think it's tractor number 5 that I bought from him. Anyway, I was telling him, shoot, I'm gonna have to upgrade to an 84-inch bucket. I can't have an 84-inch wide tractor with a 72-inch bucket. And he treated me and set me up with a, you can see it over there, a brand new 84-inch bucket. It doesn't have the replaceable tip on it, but or cutting edge on it, but that's okay. I can get a mag drill, drill those holes out, and put that on there anyhow. But so it rides real nice going down the road. I get a rock solid 24 plus a little miles an hour, empty, without anything trailing behind me. When I spread manure with it, and the manure spreader was empty, new Idea 357, I think's the model, I could still hit 24 miles an hour on flat ground, and that's real nice. The TL, I believe, was sitting around 21, 22 miles an hour. And you know, every mile an hour makes a real big difference when you're doing a lot of roading. So I will be doing a lot of roading with this. I have hay ground in 3 different towns here, and you know, some of them are a good half-hour tractor ride one way. So so this does have halogen lights, and I'm fine with that. So I've been using the work lights actually a fair amount, because it's winter time. And I got this tractor right before Christmas, like the week before Christmas, and so I've done a lot of feeding and harrowing and things like that in the dark, and the lights don't seem to be a problem at all. I can see pretty good. So it has the telescopic side links, which I really like, and this does have the telescopic link stabilizers. I don't think I could do without that after having it. I've seen a few other variations of that don't have quite as much flexibility, and I really like what CNH has done with these. So so this also has the lift-o-matic, which is something I know I've mentioned in other videos that I really like. It's that little handle just above the throttle that you see there. And I use the tar out of that thing. It's one of my favorite features about New Holland. Case has them too. This has easily adjustable elevation angle for both sides, not just one side, which is real cool. This is just the 540 PTO. The TL90 was 540 and 1000. I don't have anything that's 1000, so I'm not going to miss anything there. One thing I will say is this kind of drove me nuts, and I thought that I had a problem. When the tractor would be running and I was standing back here hooking up an implement, I heard a knocking, and it sounded like there was a shaft like out around or something in here that was just going knock, 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 and it matched the, you know, it was really rhythmic, and it matched the revolutions of the motor. What it turned out to be was the drawbar. So with the rest of the noise and the way that resonated through, it really sounded like it was coming from in there. So the other day when I was listening for it, trying to figure out where it was coming from, I put my hand down on the drawbar and the noise went away. So anybody else that might hear that and get a little scared, that's probably what it is. So I haven't had any issues so far. I put almost 30 hours on it, and it's just been a darn fine little tractor to operate. So it has mirrors on both sides. That is standard. That's not an option. It has doors on both sides. I'm gonna get to my one gripe that I have. Well, I have two gripes about this tractor. I'll tell you about it. Having a door on this side's fantastic. If you have a door on the right hand side and then you get a tractor that doesn't, you really miss that door. So here's my gripe. The loader joystick, I don't have a clue why they angled it forward away from the operator. I have no idea why they did that. Had they just made it kind of angle just a little bit toward the operator, that would have been fantastic. I have no idea why they did that. But anyway, so that it makes you have to stretch a little bit. I'm not a very big guy, 5'9", so I'm not going to say it's a terribly uncomfortable reach, but if I was doing loader work all day for a living, I think that would have to change. The other thing that does is it makes it difficult to get in and out of this side of the cab. But what I will say here is that having the door isn't useless, because you still have you can make adjustments to your loader for hooking things up or just doing whatever, pulling T-posts. You can reach in, you can start a remote, you still have access to everything in here. You can throttle up a little bit or turn the tractor off or whatever, turn your work lights on. So having access here's I'd say it's really nice. For me, it's important. Having the door not being optional and the windows not being optional like they are on the John Deere and I think on the Kubota, it's just real nice. Nice features there, guys. So the toolbox is a little bit flimsy, but I don't do a whole lot of land clearing or anything like that, so we'll see how long it lasts. If it breaks, that should be a real easy fix. This does, so this has the global quick attach, and I like the global quick attach. I actually really do. I'm getting used to it now. Swap buckets and a bunch of things back and forth several times now. What I don't like about the global is that the place where you need to line your hooks up with is lined up directly with the loader arms and the cylinders, so you can't see the most important thing. But I center up the center line on my hood all the way down, and I just try and pick a point on whatever I'm hooking up to. And yeah, it hasn't been bad. I'm getting used to it. I like the simplicity of it. I like the single handle system rather than two handles. But in order to make this work for me, I had to get an adapter system to connect to my skid steer quick attach. So you can see I got two quick attach systems there. I don't care for that. It isn't the biggest deal in the world. The adapter is rated for 3,500 pounds. I know that that's not probably 3,500 pounds at 5 feet out or whatever, but so far it hasn't been an issue. I wasn't prepared just yet to go chopping up all my my loader attachments and converting them over. So this got me going. It's working, and if it becomes a problem, then I'll fix it. So the cab, it does come with a buddy seat, which is nice. It's this little flap, spring-loaded flap, is kind of annoying. It didn't really have to be there. I think they could have just gotten away with rounding it off, just like they did this, but it's all right. I've ridden in the buddy seat. while I had a buddy running it. He's tractor shopping and just kind of wanted to get the feel for it. It is kind of tight in there with two people. It's a good thing I'm not a very big guy, and most of the people I know aren't very big people. So the steering wheel does adjust pretty easy. So if you are a bigger person, getting in and out is not that big of a deal. At first, I really didn't like where the buddy seat was because I felt like it was always kind of in the way when I'm getting in and out. But what I've gotten used to now that I've jumped in and out of the cab probably 500 times, is I grab here when I'm mounting up, and I grab here, and it's sturdy, it's good, it helps me get in the cab a lot easier actually. So this has an air seat, which is nice. So the seat cushion itself, it looks nice. It's nice. It's pretty stiff though. I was surprised how stiff they decided to make that. These darn cats. Let's see if we can. No, she wasn't fazed by that. The doors do close nice and tight. The door feels skookum. It feels strong. I don't feel like it's a weak point. And I've had the B pillars, and now that I don't have the B pillars, I kind of like it. It's not, I don't have a bunch of monitors or anything that I need to hang. So pedal, you can adjust your wheel, push button 4-wheel drive, windshield washer or windshield wiper, blah blah blah. So this has a power shuttle. Multiple clutch wet system, so you don't have to use the clutch most of the time. I mean, technically you don't have to at all, but as far as I'm concerned, when you're doing most of your intricate loader work, you're using your clutch a lot. If you're just loading manure or whatever, yeah, you can go crazy without using the clutch. So this video is starting to get kind of long here. Safety features. This has a lot more safety features than the TL90, and I'm getting used to it. And if you want to leave the PTO running when you go to make an adjustment on your baler or whatever, you have to have this in neutral, e-brake on, e-brake's down here, PTO engagements right here. And then you have to hit this button, and then it will grant you permission to go do whatever you need to do while your PTO is running. Not that big of a deal. I'm going to get used to it. I've gotten used to all the other safety features. I disabled some of the buzzers on the TL90, and it didn't come with certain safety features like this does. Anyway, it's fine. It's all good. It's going to be good. So, yeah, there's 3 remotes. Nicely placed. Like I said, I don't have super long arms as far as like where my seat placement is in the cab. This is really comfortable. They all have locking detents. Like I said, throttle, quick up down, fast hitch, front work lights, rear work lights, rear windshield washer. I always keep a box knife, fire extinguisher, and a flashlight right there with some gloves. I keep a sock down there for a few reasons. One for like wiping down the dash or whatever, but the other one is for putting over my exhaust when I have to trailer the tractor anywhere. And then, yeah, draft control, 3-point, etc. There's a little bit of room back there that you can put some stuff, and not nearly as much room as the TL. The TL had like a trunk back there, and it had a mat with lips on it that was really nice. I had so much crap back there. So first aid kit, little quickly made cattle sorting stick. Not a whole lot of space for putting things. The drink holder's kind of in an inconvenient place, but they had to, they wanted you to have a buddy seat, so you're going to kind of sacrifice a little bit of that. It's not a very big cab, so that's kind of that. But I can put my my sidearm and my wallet and my phone over here. They all fit. So HVAC system, works excellent, as it should. It's new. Speakers sound pretty good. I like the stereo. It's Bluetooth. We'll get to that quickly. Vents, a lot more vents. The TL90, I think it had the same number of round vents, maybe, but I think one or two of them were for like recirculating the air. So it looked like it had more vents that were going to blow down on you than it actually did. This has the 6, and yeah, see, there's the stereo. It does sound good, and it picks up radio stations from a really good distance away, out of Seattle, and I'm a good couple hours from Seattle, so that's nice. It's got the cheesy little sun visor that a lot of tractors have that don't really do anything. Other mirror, which is nice. I use that one a lot because a lot of the times those are fogged up when I'm just getting going in the morning. Yeah, I mean, really, that's it. It's a pretty straightforward tractor. It has all the features that I was looking for, and more. You know, the self-leveling loader was a huge bonus. A third remote was a big bonus. Push button 4-wheel drive, absolutely love that. I use it all the time, especially during the winter here. So cab's big enough for me. I'm happy. Let's just pray that it's a good tractor and it lasts a real long time. Yeah, so that's about it, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. I hope all is going well for you. I know it's been a while since I checked in. If you have any questions about the Workmaster, let me know. I'll put it down in the comment section, and I'll try to get back to you. Anyway, yeah, Happy New Year, Merry late Christmas, and all that. Y'all take good care. We'll catch you on the next video.